Just sit in the chair. Sit in the chair. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Income Man podcast. And today we're going to be previewing the Washington Commanders and the Tennessee Titans game on Sunday. I decided to go live here. I did schedule this previously at 8 o'clock, but I moved it up to about 6:15 because I just wait, man. I might have to eat dinner, in a little bit. So I moved it up to 6:15. But let's see if we get some people coming in here. Just want to make sure y'all can hear me. One person just liked it. Let's see who's up in here. All right, we got two people in here right now. Who's in here? Looks like Chase in here. Chase said we're a bottom 5 team. I mean, yeah, we are right now, man. But hopefully we can beat the Titans on Sunday, and then we got the Bears Thursday night. So we could easily bounce back and get to 3-3. But I don't know if we're gonna do that. Zane's his top 1 team. He's obviously trolling. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, we can maybe bounce back. But we got the Titans on Sunday, which I think is a winnable game if we, contain Derrick Henry. And the only thing that's been good about our team is our run defense. I thought our run defense has been good let's look at the stats real quick. I think the run defense has been the only good part about this team because let's see, against the Eagles, we held Miles Sanders to just 3.1 yards a carry. Jalen Hurts only had 2.2 yards a carry on 9 carries. And then against the Cowboys, I believe we held Zeke to about 2.6 yards a carry, and we held Tony Pollard to 0.8 yards a carry. Chase said Terry. Oh, he's talking about the Commander song that I made on my other channel. He's just putting the lyrics in there. But yeah, we're a bottom 5 team right now for sure. We're probably actually a bottom 3 team right now. It's been bad, but I mean it's still early. This coaching staff's been awful though. We're gonna get into that in a minute. I mean I already got into that in my recap, but yeah, Ron Rivera has been terrible. Scott Turner, he's just been way too conservative. There was a drive where we were down 12-7 with like a minute and 4 seconds to go in the first half, and we basically just ran out the clock when we had a chance to go down and get a field goal. But yeah, man, I mean, the whole coaching staff's awful. I mean, I just believe Ron Rivera and Jack Del Rio are just too old school. The game is changing, and Chase said just make a new franchise. Oh man, it doesn't matter what we do with this team. It just seems like no matter the quarterback, no matter the coach, it's just the same old stuff. And Chase is an Eagles fan, but there's nothing much I can say right now, man. I mean, I'm just gonna let him talk his trash because I mean, hey, the Eagles are 4-0. It is what it is. But Rama, we need a new, young, offensive-minded head coach in here, man. Because I'm sorry, but Jack Del Rio is way too old school of a coach, and so is Ron Rivera. The game is just changing way too much, and they just keep doing the same old school stuff that's not working. So, yeah, we need a whole new coaching staff. But we're probably gonna talk about this game on Sunday real quick, or the Commanders Titans game on Sunday. Um, we're gonna talk about this coaching staff a lot. And we're just gonna talk about if this team can really turn the season around. Because I still have a little bit of hope in me, but if we lose on Sunday, I think all that hope will be shattered. I'm already starting to lose the hope. But if we can, win on Sunday, then you got, a short week. You play the Bears on Thursday night, which is I think we should definitely win that game. You could get back to 3-3 in about 7 days. So, I will just see what happens on Sunday. But I got my cousin on here on the live stream. Quinn, how you feeling about the Ravens? I mean, obviously y'all just choked.
I'm a Ravens fan, and as we know, we are known for choking, or this season at least, and we just need to our offense is killing it, and our defense is just not playing good. So
yeah. So what adjustments do you think you guys gotta make in the secondary?
So we just need to not let up the big plays, like the Dolphins game.
Yeah, you watched the Dolphins game. Y'all were giving up 70-yard bombs to Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. I mean, they got a really good receiving core, but y'all were giving up big plays.
I mean, we're getting turnovers. I think we're tied for first in turnovers in the league. So as long as we can just stick in the second half, we'll
Hold up.
we'll
I
be
forgot. I
fine.
didn't even turn my light on, bro. Hold up. Here we go. Hold on. I gotta turn this thing down. Damn, bro. My live stream, like the camera's looking bad because I didn't turn the
Yeah, and the blinds were open.
What? Oh, we gotta wait. Should we turn on the light? Actually, no, we shouldn't. All right, this is good. But I mean, yeah, I mean, at least y'all are forcing turnovers though. This is something this team cannot do. We've only forced. We gotta talk about the defense too. We're gonna talk about a lot of different stuff, but we've only forced one turnover this season, which is just flat out embarrassing. And I believe the only turnover we forced was against the Jaguars. The end of the game, the Jaguars, were driving down the field. We were up by 6. And then we pressured Trevor Lawrence. We forced him to like just throw it up, and I believe Derek Forrest got a pick. And I think that's our only turnover this season, which is pretty embarrassing. But I want to ask y'all some questions in the chat. Do you guys think the Commanders can turn this season around? Well, I don't even think I got my camera either. I forgot. I don't got my dad's camera either, but it's all right. I'll just look right here. Oh yeah, it's pretty blurry. Zane say he thinks the Commanders can turn the season around. And if you guys do think the Commanders can turn the season around, what do you think we have to do that? Like, what adjustments do we have to make in order to turn the season around? Because I'm just kind of curious what you guys think. But yeah, and obviously I apologize for the quality. I don't even have my camera. I just forgot. Like I rushed this live stream a lot. Like I was just ready to get on here. I forgot to turn on my light. I didn't even notice that for the first like 5 minutes of the stream, and then I didn't even put my camera on here. But it's all good. But I want to know if y'all think we can turn the season around. I mean, obviously we only have a few people in here right now, but
I feel like the Commanders could definitely do it as long as their offense gets going. Like Carson Wentz, like against the Jags, he didn't play horrible. I mean,
he was good
he had
against the
4
Jags.
touchdowns.
But the problem is he hasn't been good ever since. I mean, the Lions, he was decent in the second half, but it was just too late. And then against the Eagles, he was absolutely terrible. I believe we had like negative passing yards in like the second quarter. And then against the Cowboys, he was awful again. He threw 2 picks against the Cowboys. Carson Wentz is just a roller coaster of a quarterback, and I think we knew that when we traded for him. We knew we were going to be in for a long ride. But yeah, but I'm gonna get into some keys of the game versus the Titans. My number one key is we got to contain Derrick Henry, because I believe if you can contain Derrick Henry, and we can force Ryan Tannehill to beat us, then we're gonna be in good shape. Because again, the Titans don't have any world beaters at receiver. They lost AJ Brown. He's on the Eagles now. I think their best weapon is Robert Woods, I believe. But hold on, let me
They
take
have
a look.
Robert Woods. They have Traylon Burks. They definitely
Traylon
have
Burks is hurt
talent.
though. Traylon Burks is
he's
hurt. Yeah.
But it's not like they have like nobody at wide receiver. They have some talent, but it's not good enough.
Let's see. I just want to see who the receivers are. Kyle Phillips. Yeah, they really have no one at receiver. So if we can contain Derrick, and Derrick Henry hasn't had a great season. I mean, obviously he's coming off a good game where he had over 100 yards rushing. But he hasn't been the same as he was like last year and years before. So if we can just like contain him, then I think we'll be all right. Ryan Tannehill, if we can force him to beat us, they really don't have a lot of receivers. Then I think we have a good chance to win this game. And obviously, I think their defense is pretty good. I don't think their D-line isn't like dominant. The defensive line is like decent, but I don't think their defense is great. They gave up 21 to the Giants. They gave up 41 to the Bills. They give up 22 to the Raiders. I mean, it's been solid, really. It's been pretty good except for the Bills game, but I just don't think the Titans are that good of a team. I mean, who did they beat? They beat the Colts and the Raiders, 2 teams who have been bad this year. But we'll see on Sunday. Let's take a look around the NFC East real quick. I want to see, who like every team in the NFC East is playing. Let me see. Let's see. Hold on.
The Commanders right now, they're playing like a bottom team.
We are
on the NFC East.
There's now we're playing like a bottom team in the league. I'm not like
Yeah.
the power rankings. We're probably 28th or 29th right now. Hold on. All right, let's check. The Giants, I believe, play the Packers at 9:30 in the morning. Yeah, they play in
London.
Yeah, they play in London.
Game.
The Giants don't even know who their quarterback's gonna be though, because Daniel Jones and Tyrod Taylor are injured right now.
They can put Saquon in.
Saquon as their quarterback. I mean, they might be all right with that, honestly. But nah, I think they'll probably get some quarterbacks like off the streets or like to try out for them. Um, and then I believe the Cowboys play the Rams. Yeah, the Cowboys play the Rams. I think the Cowboys got a chance. I mean, they're playing good, and the Rams they look really bad on Monday Night Football against the Niners. They lost 24-9. Um, I think the Cowboys got a chance there, and then the Eagles for the Cardinals. That's going to be a really good game. I'm not sure. We'll have to see, but I think the Eagles probably win that game and get to 5-0. But I was thinking, on here, I mean, obviously we mostly talk about the Commanders, but maybe we could do, some what is it, week 5?
Week 5 predictions or something like that.
Yeah, maybe we can do some, week 5 predictions for every game. We'll probably do that in a little bit. But I said my number one key was to contain Derrick Henry. My number 2 key, man, is we gotta protect Carson Wentz because we have not been able to do that all year, really. I mean, the only good game for our offensive line was against the Jags. But other than that, I mean, it's been really bad. We've given up, I believe, 17 sacks this year. I believe we've given up the most sacks in the league. Um, it's been really bad. We gave up like 5 sacks against the Lions. We gave up 9 sacks against the Eagles, and then we only gave up 2 last week, but Carson Wentz was getting pressured the whole game. And we've given up the most sacks this year out of any team. So that's embarrassing. Our offensive line's got to be much better. I get it. Carson Wentz does hold on to it too long, but he's getting like 2 seconds at the very most to throw the ball.
Like in Indy, he had a very solid offensive line, but he still didn't produce.
Nah, their offensive line wasn't good. No, they were injured like the whole season.
That is true.
His offensive line wasn't good. I mean, obviously he had Jonathan Taylor, so when Wentz wasn't playing good, he could rely on Jonathan Taylor. But he really didn't have any receivers, or he didn't really have that many weapons outside of Jonathan Taylor. But I mean, Carson Wentz is making bad decisions. I mean, there was this time I was screaming. I was so pissed off against the Cowboys when they ran like a play it was okay. So we were running the ball good, right? We dominated the Cowboys in the running game. You take a look at the stats. I believe we had, hold on. This is what pisses me off the most about Scott Turner, offensive coordinator. He goes away from the run so much. All right, let's take a look at the stats. We had 142 rushing yards compared to them. They had 62. So that means we had 80 more rushing yards than them. I mean that's embarrassing. How we went away from the run. But I just didn't understand it. Jonathan Williams got like a 20-yard run, and we were in their territory. We were driving, and then we ran like a play action. Carson Wentz, that he escaped the pocket, and then he was rolling out right. He had space, and instead he tried to do too much. He tried to make like a huge play. And then he ended up trying to throw the ball away, but it ended up being an intentional grounding because he didn't throw the ball back to the line of scrimmage. And it ended up pushing us back 10 yards, and we lost it down, and that basically killed the drive. And that's my thing with Carson Wentz is he just always tries to play hero ball, and it just pisses me off. It's 1st and 10, just throw the ball away, and we're in 2nd and 10, and we're still looking all right. But instead, this dude absolutely destroys the drive, and then you're sitting at 2nd and 20, and that was a problem on Sunday. Like I thought we were able to move the ball pretty good, but our penalties were terrible. Our offensive line was always getting holding penalties. I want to say we had way more penalties than the Cowboys too. I mean, the rest were terrible. They missed so many pass interference calls and stuff like that. Penalties. We had 11 penalties for 136 yards compared to their 4 penalties for 20 yards. You're not going to win very many. You're not going to win a whole lot of games when you have that many penalties for that many yards, and the other team, barely had any penalties. But yeah.
Because the amount that Ron Rivera, he trusts Carson Wentz. He had Carson Wentz is having 40 pass attempts per game, but he's only completing 50%.
I don't like that. I don't like how we always have Carson Wentz throw over 40 times. To me, it pisses me off. I think we need to take some pressure off him and at least get it down to like 35 or like 32. Somewhere within that range. But it just makes me frustrated. Whenever we do that.
So should we get into our predictions for the week?
Yeah, I gotta
Tampa.
give him my one more key to the game because I've done two. So number one was to contain Derrick Henry. Number two was to protect Carson Wentz. And my number three key to the game is to run the damn football. Simple as that. We had 80 more rushing yards than the Dallas Cowboys, and Scott Turner went away from it. And Scott Turner just got an extension. That's what's pissing me off. Is like I don't really think he should have gotten an extension. And for years we've defended Scott Turner and we've been like, oh, he's never had a quarterback to work with. But it's like, I mean, I get it, Carson Wentz hasn't been good, but if he's not playing good, then run the ball. Like it's common sense. If we're getting like 9 yards a carry, then just run the football. Um, and we need to do more play action. We've been bad on play action. We got to get Carson Wentz rolling out of the pocket. We got to play to his strengths. I feel like Scott Turner is just, making him do like 6, 7, step drops. And, he's just getting into trouble. Like, just keep it simple. Do, play action, rollouts, get them on the run, bootlegs. We need more of that stuff, man. But let's get into our week 5 picks here. Here, let's see. Here, I'm gonna get to I'm gonna pull up the schedule.
The Broncos Colts game has already happened.
Yeah, so we're gonna
horrible game.
Terrible. That was the worst game I've ever seen. But the play, did you see the play where Russell Wilson was getting pressured and he just threw it like off his back leg, just threw him a free pick. Russell Wilson was awful last night. But here, we're gonna pull up the schedule here. All right. First game, we got the Giants and the Packers. Here, you can go first.
It's in London, so some of the players, because it's a different time zone, they might not have gotten enough sleep, and they could be tired or something. I don't know. That's just a theory. But I do have the Packers winning this game 21 to 14, or no, 21 to 16, because I think the Giants defense is not bad. It's pretty good. A decent defense.
Yeah, I think their D line, they got Kayvon Thibodeau and who's the other dude? Let me look him up real quick.
They have the Lawrence guy, Dexter Lawrence.
Yeah, Dexter Lawrence and Kayvon Thibodeau. They got a decent D line, and then they got a decent secondary too. But what'd you say?
I got 21-16. The Packers offense, they looked. Who did they play last weekend?
The Patriots.
They looked, even though they didn't play the best against the Patriots, Aaron Rodgers has been turning it around. He started off horrible.
He's always bad in week 1, I feel like.
Yeah.
Romeo
Doubs, I think he's gonna be a good wide receiver this year because he's just been playing really well. And the Giants, without Daniel Jones, I don't think they have a shot to win.
No, I mean, you predicted it pretty close, but I just think the Giants without a quarterback, they'll probably have to, sign someone off the streets or something like that. Maybe like a free agent. But for me, I'm gonna go the Packers win 28-10. I think I know it's a kind of a blowout. I just think, even if the Giants have Daniel Jones, I mean, he's gonna be hurt, and I just don't think Daniel Jones is that good. And I think I just think the Giants' record doesn't say how their team is. Like, I think their record is better than what their team actually is. And I think once the season gets going, the Giants aren't going to be good. But I think the Packers win 20. Actually, no, I'm going to go 28-13. So I got the Packers winning there. Then we got the first game at 1 o'clock, which is the Steelers and the Bills. Yeah, I'm going to go first here. I'm going to say the Bills win. I got the Bills 25-14. I got the Bills winning 25-14. I think, the only reason I don't have the Bills, getting like a 40-piece this week is I think the Steelers defense is pretty good. They don't have TJ Watt, but I still think their defense is solid. But yeah, who do you got winning this game?
Okay, the Bills are gonna win this game 31 to, let's go 17, 31-17. And I have one reason. It's not Kenny Pickett season. Yeah. Kenny Pickett versus the Bills, I don't know, man.
I think he's going to struggle, yeah. A rookie quarterback going up against one of the best defenses in the league. He's going to struggle. I mean, the Steelers, even without TJ Watt, they got a really good secondary. They got Minkah Fitzpatrick, who's one of the best safeties in the league. I still, I think Stephon Diggs is going to eat against them. Who I need him to because he's on my fantasy team, and I need to win this week. But I got the Bills winning. What did I say? 25-14. Um, and the Steelers are 14-point underdogs, which is like the biggest difference I've ever seen. Like, I've never seen someone be that big of an underdog before.
Next up is the Dolphins Jets.
Dolphins and Jets.
I'll go first.
All right.
I still have the Dolphins winning. I think they're gonna win 20-10.
Okay.
And they don't have Tua. Tua might be done for his career, maybe.
Yeah.
But Teddy Bridgewater, he has a lot of experience, and he doesn't look like a bad quarterback. He looks honestly pretty good.
Yeah, he was pretty good in that
And
Thursday
then
night game. He was all right.
because he has weapons. I mean, he has Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Mike Gesicki, all of those guys. And I think the Dolphins will win 20-10 against the Jets.
2010. All right, I'm gonna go the Dolphins. Look, Teddy Bridgewater looks solid against the Jets. And I think the Dolphins still have a good defense. They obviously got one of the best wide receiving cores in the league. They got Raheem Mostert too, who's a solid back. He's really fast. I'm gonna go the Dolphins get the win 17-13. I think it's gonna be a really tight game. I think the Jets have been solid so far. I think it's gonna be a close game, but I got the Dolphins pulling it out 17-13. Next up, we got the Bears and the Vikings. I'll go first this time. For me, this is a pretty easy prediction. Again, I think the Bears are one of those teams that they're going to probably be one of the worst teams in football this year. They're just 2-2 right now. They're doing all right. But again, they beat the Niners. And then who else did they beat? The Texans. They barely beat the Texans too. They beat them by like 3 on a game-winning field goal. But I think the Vikings get the win. I think the Vikings get the 4-1. I think the Vikings win. I'm gonna go 28-10. I got the Vikings winning 28-10. Pretty big deficit.
I got the Vikings winning 28-13 because I think Justin Jefferson will have a big day. I think the Vikings offense will have a good day, but then the Bears, Justin Fields is not him. Justin Fields is not.
I mean, look, he's not in a good situation either. Like, his offensive line is really bad. His best wide receiver is Darnell Mooney. The running game is solid with David Montgomery, but
I think David Montgomery's hurt. Though.
Yeah, like
they have the
like Justin Fields is running for his life every play. So I don't know what else he's supposed to do. I don't think he's necessarily good, but I don't know. I don't know what else he's really supposed to do in that situation. But I got 28-10 Vikings. He's got 28-13 Vikings. Next up, we got the Cowboys and the Rams. Here, you can go first on this one, Corey.
I guess I'll call it an upset. Cowboys win 27-21.
Ooh.
Because Cooper Rush is undefeated in his career as a starter. Mm-hmm. He is playing to win. He's playing like a good quarterback to win. And then the Rams, Matthew Stafford is not playing good.
No, he's looking bad.
None of their teams really playing that well. So I got Cowboys. What did I say?
I think you said
27-21.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So for me, for the Cowboys Rams game, I think it's gonna be a tight game, but I think the Rams pull it off 24-20. I think I think they bounce back. Obviously that pass rush is gonna give Matthew Stafford problems. But I think that the Rams defense is gonna give Cooper Rush his first real test, and I don't think the Cowboys have really been able to run the ball that good. I think the Rams got a really good defense, so I think they'll be able to stop their run. And if you can stop the Cowboys' run, I mean, I think they'll definitely be able to get pressure on Cooper Rush. And I think Cooper Kupp's gonna have a good day, and I just think the Rams pull it out just barely. It's gonna be a tight game, but I think the Rams get the dub 24-20. Next up, we got my Washington Commanders and the Tennessee Titans. I'm gonna go first on this one. I don't know, man. I don't want to predict us to win because I've been doing that all season, and it hasn't really worked out that good so far. But I'm gonna say we lose. I'm gonna try to bring good luck. I'm gonna say we lose 21-17 against the Titans. Quinn, what you got?
I got the Titans also winning. It will be 17-6. I don't think the Commanders' offense will get going.
You don't.
They just can't. The Commanders will be able to contain Derrick Henry, but at the goal line, Derrick Henry's unstoppable. So he'll probably get a touchdown.
We'll have to see. 17-6 is kind of a weird score. I think we're gonna score more than that. But yeah, I mean, 20. I got 21-17. He's got 17-6. All right, next game we got the Seahawks and the Saints. Here you can go first.
Okay. So Geno Smith has been playing pretty good, but he has to go up against the Saints defense, which is a solid defense. But I have another upset. Seahawks win 20. Let's go 24-21.
All
I
right.
got the Seahawks winning.
Yeah, I think the Seahawks just scored 48 points against the Lions. I mean, obviously the Lions got the worst defense in the league, but Geno Smith looked really good. And the whole Seahawks offense, looked good. Tyler Lockett was balling, DK. I'm gonna go the Seahawks to get the win versus Saints. I mean, the Saints, I think, are gonna bench Jameis Winston. They already did, I think, last game.
But that was he was hurt, I think.
Oh, well, they should just bench him anyways. He's been playing really bad. He's been trying to play through an injury, and it hasn't been working. So I got the Seahawks winning versus Saints. I'm gonna go 24-14 against the Saints. All right, next up, we got the 49ers and the Panthers. I'm gonna go first on this one. I think this is a pretty easy game for me. The 49ers seem to, be turning things around. They just got a big win on Monday night. The Panthers have looked like one of the worst teams in the league this year. Baker Mayfield is probably the worst quarterback in football so far this year. I'm going to go the 49ers, get the dub. I'm going to go 26-10.
I think this is going to be a blowout game. No. I think the 49ers are going to win 38-20 because
that's a high-scoring game.
And because the 49ers, they looked pretty – they played the Rams. They played pretty good against them. And as long as their offense will get going, they'll win. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, and their defense is shut down, so I don't think Baker Mayfield will be able to do anything against them. Next up, we got the Eagles and the Arizona Cardinals. Here, you can go first on this one. Let's keep on.
I think the Eagles will win. I think it'll be who are they playing again? The Cardinals. Yeah. I think it'll be 31-21. The Eagles, they're the only undefeated team. Jalen Hurts has been playing pretty good, and I think they'll just win. And the Cardinals will put up a fight.
Let me close the door real quick here. You keep talking.
The Cardinals will put up a fight. Kyler Murray, I thought he wasn't going to perform this season, but he's not doing too bad. And I think the Eagles will win 31-21.
All right. For me, yeah, I mean, I said earlier in this live, I think the Eagles are going to win this game and improve to 5-0. I got the Eagles winning. I'm going to go 31-23. Got the Eagles winning 31-23. Next up, let's see what we got here.
We didn't do the
I think I skipped some of these games. Lions Patriots. All right. Lions Patriots. Let's see. I think the Lions win this game because, listen, the Lions are 1-3, but they're the best 1-3 team easily. They should be 3-1. It's just like every time, I mean, you got to be frustrated if you're a Lions fan. But like if they score like 38 points, their defense ends up giving up like 42. And their offense has been the best offense in the league this year. They're the number 1 ranked offense so far. Their defense is also the 32nd ranked defense. So that's a problem. But who are the Patriots? I think Mac Jones is still out.
Mac Jones, and I'm pretty sure Brian Hoyer. So Bailey Zappi will be
Bailey Zappi will be the starter. And they still have I just think the Lions their defense will be able to hold up, and the Patriots won't be able to keep up with the Lions offense. So I got the Lions winning 30-20.
Okay. Same with Tim. I got the Lions winning. I'm going to go 24-17. Bailey Zappi. Honestly, I think if he keeps on getting experience,
he didn't look bad at times. Like, he had one nice touchdown throw, but he was getting sacked a lot. He was throwing a lot of bad picks. He didn't look good for me. I don't think he's going to be, anything special, but he could be all right. He could manage the game. If he can just play solid, then he'll be all right. But what'd you say?
24-17. Because, Mac Jones is hurt, and the Lions' offense looks amazing.
Yeah. All right. Next up is Chargers and Browns. Here, you can go first on this one. But who you got?
Honestly, this is actually a pretty tough game to choose. I'm actually doing another upset. Browns win 28-21. Because the Chargers are banged up. Like, Justin Herbert's fighting off his rib injury. And if Nick Chubb can perform, he'll go off. And that's what I got.
Yeah, I think the Browns need to just keep feeding Chubb. But I don't really think that's that much of an upset. I mean, they're both 2-2. I feel like the Browns are a decent team. Now they just lost to the Falcons. They also lost to the Jets. Two pretty bad teams. Even though the Jets have been solid, but I mean, I think the Chargers pull this off. I think Justin Herbert, is going to cook them a little bit. I think the Chargers are just too much for the Browns. I don't love how the Browns have been playing. I think they've been kind of, inconsistent. They've had a really easy schedule too. They played the Panthers, the Jets, the Falcons.
They played the Steelers.
The Steelers are bad. I think the Chargers win. I'm gonna go 27-17.
Okay.
Oh, wait, you already went. Okay.
Next.
Texans and Jaguars. I think this is gonna be a pretty boring game. But I think the Jaguars win this game. They've been, pretty decent so far. They're 2-2. They beat the Chargers 38-10. They just fought with the Eagles too. They were up 14-0 against the Eagles. They ended up losing 29-21, but they still had a pretty impressive performance against the Eagles. And they've looked good. They also beat the Colts 24-0. So I got the Jaguars winning this game. I'm gonna go 28-13.
I got the Jags winning 5,000-1. The Texans, okay, well, real score prediction, I would probably give it a solid 31-10 or 31-17. Because, I mean, Lovie Smith, he's making his defense. His defense is honestly not bad. It's just the offense is not it. And
yeah,
Trevor Lawrence is playing amazing. And Doug Peterson is actually not a bad coach.
Yeah. All right. What games have we not done?
Falcons.
Oh,
Bucks.
yeah. All right. Falcons, Bucks.
I think Tom Brady's angry and he'll get all of his anger out on the Falcons.
Yeah.
I'll get it. I'll say let's go 28-15. Yeah, 28-15.
15. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Tom Brady, he's about to get into a divorce with his wife, sadly. So he might be a little bit more motivated to play this game, but I think the Bucks win. The Falcons' defense is pretty bad, except for AJ Terrell. I think the Falcons win. I think the Buccaneers win 31-16.
Okay, let's go down. I think.
Raiders and we haven't done a couple games. We haven't done the Ravens either.
Yeah. Okay.
We have 2 more games left. We got the Ravens and the Bengals next. I'm gonna go first on this one. I think it's gonna be a tight game, but I think the Ravens, they could be 4-0 if they didn't choke these last 2 games, and I think they're just a better football team. I got the Ravens winning. I'm gonna go 27-23. It's gonna be a really tight game. It's gonna be a really good game on Sunday night, but I think the Ravens pull it off.
I agree with you. The Ravens, as long as their defense plays good and they stick through in the second half, they'll easily win this game. Yep. I'll say let's go 27-20.
Yeah. That's a pretty good prediction. And then lastly, our Monday night game, Raiders versus the Chiefs. I think this is an easy one for me. The Chiefs have looked really good. They put up 41 on the Buccaneers defense. Pat Mahomes was looking nasty. I mean, he had the spin move, the pass flip. He's looking really good even without Tyreek Hill. And the Raiders coming in at 1-3. They're really struggling. I think the Chiefs are going to embarrass the Raiders on Monday Night Football. Give me the Chiefs 34-20.
Yep. I originally thought Patrick Mahomes would have a down year this year, but he's proved me wrong. And the Raiders, they had a good game against the Broncos. They scored a lot of points against that defense, but the Chiefs are still going to win. Let's go 37-21.
All right, and I think that wraps it up for the Week 5 picks. Yeah, it does. We already did all of them. But we'll see what our record is after this week. Let me see. There's really no one in here right now. Hopefully we'll get some more people back in here. But what should we talk about next? Let's see. I mean, we've talked a little bit about the coaching staff. I've gave my 3 keys to the game. Let's see.
We could do players that will have an explosive week, maybe starts and sits for fantasy or something.
Nah, I'm trying. We just did the NFL Week 5 predictions. I'm kind of trying to make this more of a Commander stream. All right, I'm gonna give a few players who I think will ball out for the Commanders this weekend. Let's go. First off, I got. I think Terry's gonna have a good day. I've been saying this every week now, But I mean, at some point, Terry's got to have a breakout game. I mean, we've been waiting for it all season. He's been getting strapped by pretty much whoever's guarded him. I don't even know who is the Titans' number one corner. You know
I
who that
think
is?
I honestly don't know. All I know is they have Adoree Jackson or
Nah.
Kevin Byard as their safety, and he's pretty
Yeah.
good.
So maybe Kevin Byard.
I don't know much
Maybe
about the
Byard will
Titans.
be shadowing him. But I think Terry has a good day. I think he gets. Actually, I'm not gonna do predictions, but I think Terry balls out. I got him getting a TD. Hopefully, I hope Carson throws him a TD. So I got Terry breaking out this weekend. Second player, I don't know if Brian Robinson's gonna play, so I'm not gonna put him. Let's see. We can do defense too.
Yeah, and also
I think
Terry McLaurin. He's playing like the third wide receiver on the Commanders.
he is. I mean, arguably Curtis Samuel and Jahan have been better than him. I'm not gonna lie.
He's also playing up against way better corners because
that's what I'm saying. Like he's getting way more attention, and that's why Jahan and Curtis have been eating because they're obviously they're doubling Terry a lot and stuff like that. But there's no excuses. Terry's got it. I'm not trying to be a Terry McLaurin fanboy and keep defending this guy. He's been getting strapped. Okay, there's a lot of one-on-one opportunities he had against Diggs, and Diggs just put the seatbelt on him. So, there's no excuses. Terry McLaurin's got to have a good game. We got to get him the ball though. Carson Wentz has been missing him a lot. Scott Turner's not getting him involved either. But yeah, so I got Terry McLaurin breaking out. And then on the defensive side, I'm gonna go. Jonathan Allen has another good game. I think he's gonna get 2 sacks on Ryan Tannehill. Jonathan Allen's been our best player this year. He's our best defensive player by far. He's made the Pro. I think he made the Pro Bowl last year, but he's been really good for us. Him and Deron Payne. Deron Payne's playing on a contract year. He's been very good as well. But I'm gonna go. Jonathan Allen gets 2 sacks against Ryan Tannehill. So that's 2 players. And then my last player, I'm going to go. I don't know if I should do someone on offense or defense. I'm not going to do Carson Wentz because I'm just not confident in Carson Wentz. I'm going to go J.D. McKissic has a good day. I think he's going to be, really good out of the backfield. He's going to be a big threat in the receiving game. He's going to help us. He's going to help Carson out. I'm going to go J.D. McKissic gets 7 catches for 55 yards. And he gets a touchdown. So I'm gonna have J.D. McKissic doing some damage against the Titans.
And how do you feel about Brian Robinson? I know he's coming off of getting shot. And how will he perform?
I don't know, man. I mean, even if he plays, listen, it's also his first NFL game as a rookie. He's a rookie, and this is gonna be his first NFL game, and he just got shot. And I know it didn't do a whole lot of damage, but still, he's been recovering a lot. So even if he comes back, this weekend, I don't think he's gonna be 100%, and I don't think they're gonna really he's not gonna have a full workload. So I just don't see Brian Robinson having a crazy day. And I think we should wait till Thursday for Brian Robinson because we have a short week. Remember, after we play the Titans, we got to play the Bears in 3 or 4 days. So if you play Brian Robinson on Sunday. Sorry, I had to mute my mic real quick. My sister just came in, but All right. Well, I gotta eat dinner soon here. We really had no one in here, but hold on. All right, here we go. All right. But yeah, Brian Robinson. I mean, we gotta play. In 4 days after we play the Titans. So I just think that's gonna be a hard game. And he's not gonna get a full workload on Sunday. And I don't think we should play him on Sunday because listen, if he plays a lot on Sunday, then we might risk getting him injured. And then he's gonna have a short week to recover after that. So I don't know if we should really do that. But yeah, my 3 players are J.D. McKissic, Terry, and Jonathan Allen. But we really had no one in here. The first few minutes we did. But let me see. We really had no one in here. Well,
I mean, we did have 2 people in.
and we had a few. We're just, I mean, listen, we only got 10 subscribers. I probably should have waited till 8 o'clock, man, because um, we have to eat dinner now. But if I just waited till 8 o'clock, then we would have, the rest of, we would have, we could do whatever we want because we already ate dinner. But now we have, we have to eat dinner in a few minutes here. So we'll probably have to end this stream. But I probably should have waited till, what I originally scheduled it to, because then we wouldn't have to worry about, having to stop the stream to eat dinner or whatever. But it is what it is. Honestly, should we just keep the live going and we'll just eat like for like 5 minutes and we'll just eat quick?
Mm,
Should we do that?
I don't know what we're having for dinner though. I don't think we should.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, we've had a 40-minute live stream, and that's like
That's true.
pretty good.
All right. Well, hold on. I'm gonna we'll see how long it takes to eat dinner, and if it's already taken a while, then I'm gonna come back up here and end the stream. But we will be right back. I'm gonna mute the mic. Hopefully it'll only take us like 5 minutes, but we'll be back in a minute. All right, yo, I'm back. I ate dinner as soon as I can. I think I was gone for about 7 minutes. But I ate as quick as I can. But we're back on here. So now I already ate dinner. We're good for the rest of the night. We don't have to stop anymore. And we can do whatever we want for the rest of the night. We can be on here for as long as we want. But we don't really have anyone in here right now. But I'm trying to get some people in here. Let's see. I'm in my carrot right now, but I ate dinner pretty fast. We're trying to get some more people on here. Quinn's back. Honestly, I'm trying to stay on here till probably like 8 o'clock.
Actually,
57 more minutes. All right, wait. Did we just get a person in here? Nah. Someone just. I'm trying to get Ben in here.
yeah, we were only going for like 9 minutes.
We're going for like 7. All right, but what do we I just said, my breakout players this week. Gone over the coaching staff, keys to the game. Let's see what we got from now, huh? I'm gonna look at this game real quick. But hold on. I choose carrot. But honestly, I still have a little bit of hope in me, to turn the season around. I know a lot of people are checking out and they're done. I don't blame them. All right. Listen, a lot of people are like, "Oh, why is your stadium always empty? You guys have no fans." It's not because we have no fans. It's just no one wants to show up to the worst stadium in the league to watch this, absolute crapshoot of a team and shit show of a team. No one wants to go to that, man. I went to FedEx Field a couple weeks ago. I don't think I'm ever going back again, man, because I'm tired of going to that dumpster fire of a stadium just to watch, an ugly game. And, it's just frustrating. But listen, 7 days from now, we could be 3-3. We could either be 3-3, or we could be 1-5, or we could be 2-4. It's gonna be one of those 3 records. We'll play the Bears Thursday night. I'm telling you, if we can get a win here Sunday, now you're saying you're regrouping, you're saying, hey, we're 2-3. We got a chance to get even Thursday night against the Bears and get back to 500, and then you can turn the season around. But we gotta take it one game at a time. Obviously knowing this team, I'm not, I don't, it's gonna be a hard game against the Titans. I don't think, I'm not guaranteeing a win at all. But I think this is a winnable game for this team. But again, does this team want it bad enough? I don't know. That's up to them. But let's see. Obviously, Carson Wentz said he's not panicking. I already saw that like a day ago. But Commander, he's trying to work with them. Obviously, it's good that Carson Wentz isn't panicking. I'm glad to see that. But at the end, I need to see this stuff on the field, man. Jonathan Allen was, talking about the fans on the Junkies. The Junkies had him on their show. And, he was talking about, how he wants the fans to keep the same energy when we turn the season around. And what he means by that is obviously, we're criticizing them a lot right now, as we should. But he wants us, when they start winning to, hype them up. And he wants us to cheer for them as loud as, we're booing them. But I don't know what he's talking about, man. What do you mean keep that same energy, bro? We want you guys to win. We are rooting for you guys. But when you guys are playing this bad, we're just gonna keep it real, and we're gonna be pissed, and we're not gonna show up. We're not gonna show up to that dumpster fire of a stadium. So you start winning games, all right? Jonathan Allen, look, I love you, man. You're probably one of the best players on our team. But you can't be calling out, our fans and saying, we need to keep that same energy when you guys turn the season around. I need to see you turn the season around first, all right? Then, we'll start getting hype, we'll start getting excited, and then FedEx Field will fill up. But until then, that stadium is going to be empty, and y'all going to have to deal with it until y'all start winning games. So, I don't know what else to tell you, man. I'm tired of all this talking. Win games in this stadium, and these fans will go to FedEx Field. But until then, man, that's just going to be empty. It is what it is. But let's take a look at the injury report. We haven't done that yet. Obviously we got some injuries on the offensive line. Sam Cosmi is going to be out for a while, but he's been awful this year. So honestly, it's not that big of a deal. I hope he gets better. But here's our final injury report. We have Percy Butler, safety, is out. Sam Cosmi is out. Jahan Dotson is out. Sadly, we're gonna need. We could definitely use him on Sunday. It's gonna hurt not having him, but it is what it is. Curtis Samuel has been dealing with the illness, which isn't good. What does FP mean? It says did not practice, and then FP. I'm not sure what that means.
Free practice or like.
Hold on. What does FP stand for
in football?
In the injury report. And injury. What does that mean? Here we go. Full participant. All right, good. So that means Curtis Samuel was a full participant in practice today. So that's good. So he will play. So we'll have Curtis and Terry on Sunday, which is good. Hold on, let's see. Hold on. Ben should be in here. Hold on. I think he opened it. Is he? No, I don't think he's in here. All right, he'll probably join soon. Hold on. What the hell? Charles Leno was a full participant in practice. David Mayo was I don't know what LP means, but he's questionable for the game. William Jackson, who's been getting cooked. We haven't even talked about the secondary, man. This secondary is probably the worst in the league. William Jackson and Kendall Fuller, they just look lost out there, man. I don't know what else to tell you. CD was doing whatever he wanted against William Jackson. He was cooking them. Logan Thomas looks like he didn't practice today. That's not good. He's questionable. So we have some injuries, which is not good. But we got to deal with it, all right? Everyone has injuries. The Cowboys are 3-1, and they don't have Dak Prescott. All right, so there's no excuses. I'm tired of the excuses. We got to go out and win on Sunday. No excuses. All right, Ben just joined. What up, Ben? How you feeling about the game on Sunday, man? I mean, obviously this team's been playing bad. This coaching staff's been awful. But I want to know, what's your score prediction and what's your thoughts on the game on Sunday? And anyone else that joins, give your score prediction in the chat and just let me know how you're feeling about this game. And Ben, do you also think we can turn the season around? I just want you to put the what you think in the chat. But yeah. Ben said, hopefully we can turn it around. He's saying 21-17 Washington. I like it. I like the positive energy. I'm trying to, I'm definitely trying to keep it. It's hard to right now, with this team. But I'm trying to keep a little bit of hope. I still have a little bit of hope, But yeah, so he answered my two questions. He said, hopefully we can turn around. I'm saying, and he says 21-17. Ben, what has your thoughts been on Carson Wentz so far? I want to know everyone's thoughts on Carson Wentz. Mine have not been good. Week 1, I was like, dude, this dude's balling. He's going to be good this season. He's been bad since then. Or against the Lions, he was okay. But, he has not been good this season. He can't get rid of the ball. He's making awful decisions. And he's just really hurting us. But Ben, what are your thoughts on Carson Wentz this season? Can I pop out the chat so people can see the chat? Maybe I can. Hold on. I don't know. Let's see. Wait, I want it to be where people can see the chat. Nah, I don't think they can. All right, hold up. Let's X out that. It's getting pretty dark in my room. All right, let's restore. Ben says he's been sacked too many times and the whole offense has been awful. I agree, man. I couldn't agree more with you. Yeah, this offense has been bad ever since. I thought the first 2 weeks they were good. They're scoring a lot of points. They've been awful ever since. The Eagles game, it was awful. It was a shit show. And against the Cowboys, it was terrible, except for one drive. But the offense has been really bad. We gotta get going, man, because this defense is not gonna be able to keep us in that many games. And it's just frustrating because it's always something with this team. Whenever our offense is playing good, our defense is trash. Whenever our offense is, whenever our defense is playing good, or whenever our offense is playing bad, then our defense is playing good. But whenever our defense is playing trash, then our offense is good. Like, it makes no sense. And we can't just ever have a good game where our defense is playing good and our offense is playing good. Um, and it sucks. Yeah, the whole offense has been bad. The offensive line's been terrible. Scott Turner's been terrible as a play caller. The receivers have been getting strapped. Um, but yeah, it's been bad. Um, but shout out to Ben because he's our only person in here right now. At the start of the stream, we had a few people in here. I feel like at the start of the stream, we always have a decent amount of people in here. But then after that, after the first like 5 minutes, it kind of, they leave and it kind of gets boring. But it is what it is. Um, but let's see. Let's see what the Commanders keys are. I've seen on Twitter people are saying keys in the match. Let's see if they're anything like similar to mine. This dude, hold on, I'm looking on Twitter right now, and this dude just said, it said 3 keys to the Commanders defeating the Titans. This one dude said lock up Wentz, JDR, and Scott Turner in a closet.
Throw William
Hold up.
Jackson in that mix.
This man just said, and then this other dude just said bench William Jackson the third. Oh man, Twitter's having fun with this season of the Washington Commanders, man. But yeah, we got to fire. I mean, Ron Rivera's not going anywhere though. I'm gonna tell you guys that. Dan Snyder, obviously, he's the worst owner in the league, and he's having a lot of shit going on. A lot of scandals, sexual harassment and stuff like that. He needs Ron Rivera because Ron Rivera is someone that people respect, and he's really covering up, some of the stuff that Dan Snyder's been doing. And Ron Rivera kind of takes the spotlight off of Dan Snyder, and he kind of leads his team. Ben says we gotta prove the doubters wrong. I agree, but I don't know if we can do that, man. I just don't know. I'm not really feeling it right now. But hopefully on Sunday we can win this damn game. And I might go live for the game on Sunday, but I do have a flag football game at 12 o'clock. But I'm glad that it's at 12 this time because it's usually at like 2 or 3 where I have to miss, some of the game. But it's at 12, and I might go to a sports bar. If I do, then I can't go live. But if I don't, and I'm back at like 105, then I might go live on here. The only problem is like if I go live, my whole setup's in my room, so I would have to like watch the game on my phone, and I don't really want to do that. I'd rather just, watch the game on a, TV. I haven't used a monitor in a while. Maybe I can move all the stuff to the third floor. I just think that'd be too hard. And I'm probably not going to do that. But, I mean, we just got to see if we can turn the season around, man. I think getting Brian Robinson back soon is going to help. But I just don't think Brian Robinson can solve all the problems. Like, listen, Brian Robinson can't pass block, right? He can't play quarterback. He can't play defense. The only position he can play is running back. That's the only thing he can do for us. So, and I just don't think he can fix all the problems on this team. And Brian Robinson's not even a proven player yet. Like, let's not act like this dude's like a top 5 running back already. So, I mean, it's going to help us in the running game for sure. And I think once Brian Robinson gets back, we're going to switch to a more run-heavy offense. And I think we need to do that because we've been just passing it way too much. We're way too predictable. There's a lot of drives where we go 3 and out and we just pass it 3 straight times, and it makes no sense. But we got to switch to a run-heavy team, man. We got to, play smash mouth football, and we got to get this run game going. But those are just my thoughts. We've been on here for an hour and 2 minutes. I'm probably gonna end this in like 15 minutes. We'll get off here at 7:30. But yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna turn my light on real quick and just see how it looks. Like I'm gonna see if it looks better in the dark or in the light.
I think it looks better.
Yeah, it looks better like this. We should have did this all along, but it is what it is. Let's see. All right, let's ask Ben some more questions since he's the only person in here right now. All right, so you already said score prediction. Let's see. Hold on. All right, put this back. All right, Ben. What are your predict? Like, give me some players you think are gonna go off on Sunday. Like, who are your breakout players this weekend against the Titans? I want to know. Give me 3 players that you think will have good games on Sunday. But yeah.
I'll be back.
All right. All right, but Ben, give me 3 players that you think is gonna break out on Sunday for us, and who do you have, having like a big day versus the Titans? I said Terry McLaurin, J.D. McKissick, and Jonathan Allen. I just don't think a whole lot of people in the offense are gonna go off, but I want to know. All right, let's see. All right. Ben said Gibson will do well. Wentz might be good, and I think McLaurin will go off. I like it. I'm hoping Gibson will do. I thought he was solid, on some runs against the Cowboys. I don't know about Wentz. I think Wentz will play okay if we pass protect for him, but I don't know, man. I don't know what to think of Wentz anymore. And yeah, I think McLaurin will have a pretty good day. We need him to have a good day, man, because it's about time that Terry McLaurin has a breakout game, but we need it from him, man. We need a good game from Terry McLaurin. We really haven't had a good game from Terry McLaurin yet. All right, Quinn. Ben said he thinks Gibson will do well. Wentz might be good, and then McLaurin will go off. I don't know about Wentz. I disagree with Wentz. Because I just don't know what to think of him anymore. I just don't think he's been good at all. I think he's been pretty bad. But if we can protect for him and we can get the run game going, open some play action passes up, then I think Carson Wentz will be all right. But we'll see. But the problem is if Carson Wentz doesn't have a good offensive line, he's a bad quarterback. Like he just goes to hell if he doesn't have a good quarterback. If he doesn't have an offensive line that can block for him and he starts getting pressure on him, like all opponents, all defenses, when they play us, they're probably just like, oh yeah, if we can get pressure on Carson Wentz, make him, make mistakes, we're gonna win this game, and it's gonna be easy. So that's probably what every defense thinks going in when they play us. That's probably what every opponent thinks, when they go to play us. So yeah, I mean Carson Wentz, if we can protect for him and we give him a solid amount of time to throw, then I'll think we'll be okay. Since we have 3 people in here, do we? I don't know.
I think my guy's in.
Oh yeah, that's you. Okay. But Quinn, how you feeling about the Ravens?
Oh, if you didn't know already, I'm a Ravens fan.
Yeah, I think they knew that.
Like honestly,
Mhm.
we are making the playoffs, no doubt in my mind. And it is just our defense needs to stay in the game. They start off hot, they don't finish it. And with like the offense, Lamar Jackson is playing like he's playing unstoppable.
Yeah, he's an Actually, no, he's not an MVP like candidate right now. He was, but since y'all have been losing some games, I don't even think he's top 5 right now. I think Jalen Hurts is actually the front runner.
Yeah, I mean he is. I think he is tied for first in passing touchdowns, which is pretty.
Yeah,
good.
Lamar. Yeah, I think he's got like what 12. How many does he have?
He has 11. He has 11. I think everybody
11?
like 3 people are tied for 11.
Yeah.
And also,
Carson Wentz is 8, I believe.
We just got J.K. Dobbins back, and in his second game, he had 2 total touchdowns.
J.K.
Yeah.
Here's a problem. Like I think J.K. Dobbins is decent, but I don't think like he's like a star, which y'all don't need him to be. But I think he's solid.
Because we have a lot of running backs.
Yeah.
Because we have
Lamar Jackson.
We have J.K. We have Gus Edwards. I think he's hurt though. And then we still have Kenyon Drake, Justice Hill. We have Mike Davis on the practice squad, I think. It's just a lot. Then our wide receiving core, they're not looking that bad. I mean, if you didn't see the week 1 against the Jets,
y'all are holding up all right.
Devin Duvernay, first play of our season, had a touchdown on the kickoff return.
Y'all are holding up all right, that's for sure. I thought y'all were gonna have like the worst receiving core in the league this year, but y'all, Rashawn Bateman's been decent. Devin Duvernay has been decent, and obviously y'all got Mark Andrews. So.
Like, if we can get the ball to Mark Andrews, we'll be unstoppable. And also, Devin Duvernay, he's been proving people that he's an actual wide receiver, not a return specialist. And
Yeah.
Rashad Bateman, he had a good start, but he's been not that
All right,
good.
Quinn, I want to know what's your record prediction for the Commanders. I just want to know
Commanders,
what your
they're
thoughts
1-3 right now, right?
Yeah.
So I think they'll finish the
Hopefully
season.
get to 2-3 this week, but we'll see.
I'll go 7-10.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I predicted us to go 10-7, which I mean, a lot of fans were. This team has a lot of offensive talent, but it just hasn't been, really used the right way. And our offensive line has been really bad. And obviously Scott Turner has not been good. But I mean, this team it's just so frustrating because I feel like this team on paper is a playoff team. But yeah, I mean 7-10 is probably the range right now. Unless we, really get things turning around. Like if we can win the next 2 games, in my opinion, will probably change. But right now, probably got us at 7-10 or 8-9.
There's another chance. They could even be worse. They could end up 4th in the NFC East.
We could be worse.
Because the Cowboys, once they get Dak back, they're performing without Dak. Once they get Dak back, they're gonna still be consistent.
But here's
then
my
the
problem.
Eagles are
Here's my problem. I feel like the Cowboys have been better without Dak because they're starting to run the ball more. And I feel like with Dak, they just always try to throw it every play, and it doesn't work. And they just look really bad in that Tampa Bay game. Now maybe Dak will be better than he was week 1 game, but I don't know. It just seems like Cooper Rush is winning games for them right now. So
yeah,
we'll see.
I mean, the Cowboys, I watched on Sports Center this morning that some people are taking Cowboys as Super Bowl favorites. Hell
no.
They're good in the regular season. They'll suck in the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. They were 12-4 last year, and their season lasted a week longer than ours.
I was watching 2 or 3 guys were saying they're probably right now Super Bowl favorites.
Oh my! It's every year with this Cowboys team. Oh, we're going to the Super Bowl. No, you're not. No, you're not.
And the Eagles are winning their division. I don't really care.
They are.
They're better than the Cowboys in my opinion.
They're better than every team, no doubt.
I guess.
No, every team in the division. Either. Yeah. But we're probably gonna get off here in 5 minutes. But I want to know any of y'all's last thoughts. Ben said America's team clowning them. Hey, but we gotta chill out with the trash talking because my team has been awful. We are 1-3 right now. The Cowboys are 3-1, and they just beat us. All right, they just beat us 25-10. So we can't really talk too much. The Cowboys have owned us the last 2 years, or at least they're 3-0 their last 3 games against us. They embarrassed us on Sunday Night Football last year. We're not going to talk about that. 56-14. That was awful. I almost cried. I think I cried that game. I'm pretty sure it was that bad.
You definitely did.
Yeah, it was really bad. So I'm not going to talk a whole lot of smack about the Cowboys. Because we got to start winning games. If we start winning games, then maybe I'll talk some more smack. But for right now, I'm just gonna keep it low key, and we got to come out and we got to get a dub. But yeah, those are just my thoughts. I'm probably gonna end the stream in about 5 minutes. But let's see.
What else is there to talk about?
Let's just take a look about around the schedule. So obviously we got the Titans on Sunday. About less than 48 hours from now. Then we got the Bears on Thursday night. So honestly, I think we could win these next 2 games. Let's say we get to 3-3, right? Then we got the Packers at home. And if we can win these next 2 games, then that game, if you're 3-3, then that stadium, might be close to full. Maybe not. Hopefully it is. But I think we lose that game, probably go to 3-4. I think we beat the Colts. The Colts have looked awful. I think, we
if
get
they
to 4.
JT back.
I don't know. Then they can get to 4-4. Vikings, I think that's a loss. But the Vikings are beatable. But I think we'll lose that game. Close. Eagles, I think we'll lose that at Philly.
You'll beat the
4-6. But here, look, we got the Texans, which is a pretty easy game, 5-6. You got the Falcons, I think that's a win. Then you got the Giants.
I think you'll split against
I think we lose this game at New York, but then we beat them. So now we're sitting here at 7-7. Niners, we lose in San Francisco. I think
you lose the Browns.
You think we lose the Browns?
Yeah. I mean, it would be the Deshaun Watson Browns, but
I know, but he's all right. 7-9, and then
7-10.
We'll see.
Yeah, like what I said.
7-9 or 8, 7-10 or 8-9 is what I got him at right now. But we'll see. Hopefully, like people, a lot of people are like, can we turn the season around fully? And that's the question. Is we're probably gonna easily turn the season around in terms of like still having an okay mediocre season. But this is what we do every year. We start out really bad, 2-5, 2-6, 1-5, and then we go on like a 4-game win streak. That's what we've done. That's what we've done the last like 2 years. In 2020 when we won the division, we were 2-7. Then we won 4 games in a row to get to 6-7.
And you made the playoffs,
Mhm.
winning 7 games.
Yeah, and then we were 2-6 last year to start the season. We won 4 in a row, got to the last wild card spot at 6-6, but then COVID messed us up and injuries, and we ended up, going 7-10. But I just hope we don't do that again this year. I hope we can turn around faster, but I just don't know if we can turn around completely to where we get a playoff spot. Like I think we'll turn it around to where we win 7 or 8 games and we go on a little bit of a hot streak. But the question is, can we turn this thing fully around and be a playoff team? I don't know. We'll just have to see. But it's 7:28. I'm gonna get up off here. Thank you guys. The few people that came in here. Thank you guys for coming on here. Y'all made this fun. But my next video, what is it? Friday night. I'll probably be doing maybe like a preview. I don't know if I'll do a stream. Probably not because I got a flag football game at 12. So I'd have to wake up early to do a stream. So I'm not gonna do a stream. But my next video will probably be after the Titans game. I don't think I'll be making a video tomorrow. Should I make a video tomorrow?
Maybe
I don't know. I mean, I just feel like maybe I'll make a preview video, but we kind of already previewed the game on here. But like it's a stream, so I haven't really done a legit preview. Maybe like tomorrow I should make an actual like legit preview video where I go over, keys of the game, predictions, score predictions, but we kind of already done that, but I don't know. My next video will probably be after the game. Like we'll probably do like a post game video or maybe a post game live. But until next time, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy in command and my guest Quinn.
See
And
ya.
we're out. Peace.